Attention Upper East Siders! The Gossip Girl team has announced that they will officially be back for a second season. How well has the show been received? We have comments from one of the OG cast members, Chace Crawford, on his feelings about the reboot. Will we be seeing any of the original cast in the upcoming seasons? Penn Badgley, who starred as Joe Humphreys in the original, has been quite busy with his hit Netflix series You. We'll be giving you all the latest updates on You and when to expect the fourth season. We will also be going over what some of the original Gossip Girl stars are up to now. Stay tuned to find out who made their directorial debut collaborating on a music video with Taylor Swift. Gossip Girl 2.0. The project is headed by Josh Schwartz and had its premiere in July 2021. When the series' continuation of Gossip Girl premiered this past summer, it broke the record for most watched original series on HBO Max over the first weekend of its launch. Picking up 8 years after the original series left off, Gossip Girl is set in the same universe as the first, with a whole new cast of characters. There are mentions of some of the original characters such as Serena Vanderwoodson, Blair Waldorf, and a couple of Gossip Girl's other victims. Although they have yet to make an appearance, it's kind of cool to know while you're watching the show that they are out there somewhere living their best lives. The series takes place in the Upper East Side and is centered around students who go to St. Jude's and Constance Billard private schools. The school in Gossip Girl is actually the Museum of the City of New York, and the students are often seen having their breaks on the front steps of the Met. Some spots, like Dumbo Hall, are based loosely on existing establishments. Others, such as Locanda Verde and J.G. Mellon, are real restaurants. Little fun fact for ya, Locanda Verde is actually owned by Robert De Niro. Will we be seeing any of the original cast? A new cast has given producers the opportunity to remedy some issues viewers had with the 2000s version of Gossip Girl. The original painfully lacked any sort of representation of any kind and was a show that mainly focused on white kids. The reboot features a diverse, multi-ethnic cast as well as LGBTQ+ characters. Nonetheless, it would be natural to wonder if we will be seeing any of the OG cast members in the new series after hearing their names mentioned more than once. Some of you may have noticed that one of the original cast members is already a part of the project. Kristen Bell, who plays the voice of Gossip Girl and narrates the series, is back for her quintessential role. We think this was a good move, and it helps add a small element of nostalgia to the new series. According to the production crew, they have not ruled out bringing in any of the other original cast for a cameo, but it was important for them to establish their new characters first. Their cameos will also be more than cutesy appearances, and their roles will play an integral part of this story if it were to ever happen. Who is the Gossip Girl this time around? We know who Gossip Girl is from the beginning, and weirdly enough, it isn't one of the students. In fact, the Gossip Girl Instagram account was created by teachers of St. Jude's and Constance Billard. This move was controversial in that, essentially, we have full-grown adults manipulating children here. It is explained in the series that they choose to create the account due to mistreatment by the students. Apparently, these kids were able to get away with whatever they wanted because of their rich parents. The school staff decided to take it upon themselves to teach the kids a lesson in humility. One of the original series' biggest faults was how the Gossip Girl reveal was sort of treated as an afterthought. Even though it was a daring and questionable move to have adult Gossip Girls, it will definitely come as a huge shock when the beans are inevitably spilled. Besides, if all the characters were perfect people, it wouldn't be an interesting show. Season finale. The season finale of Gossip Girl leaves many directions for the second season to take. take. A lot has changed since the first episode. One of the most exciting developments of the season is how Audrey, Aki, and Max decided to commit to each other and start a polyamorous relationship. Most think it's not going to last. We suspect that this sort of unicorn hunting scenario where Audrey and Max are just trying to distract themselves from some deep issues. Of course, we wish all the best for the three lovebirds, but the messy start to their relationship has definitely set the tone. Luna may be getting a romance arc herself, which would help humanize her. As Zion Moreno says, Julian has probably grown the most since the series premiere. With finally getting to meet her half-sister and exposing her father's crimes, she's faced a lot and is a more genuine and authentic person because of it. It will be interesting to see what happens with her father and if Julian may have to testify against him in court. You renewed for another season. Penn Badgley, who played Joe Humphreys in the 2000s Gossip Girl, is back to the small screen after a short acting hiatus. The Netflix series You cast Badgley as their handsome but off-putting protagonist. Antagonist? I'm not sure. The series definitely appeals to a wide audience. Even celebrities like Cardi B have been outspoken about their burning love for Badgley's ethically questionable main character. There have been fan theories that Penn Badgley's characters in both You and Gossip Girl are the same person, but this has been officially debunked by producers. The similarities are hard to ignore, and even Badgley himself has stopped denying the fact that he's pretty typecast. A thrilling and highly bingeable series, You was an instant hit with audiences. After Season 3's launch in October 2021, Netflix confirmed that the series was renewed for another season. While still early in development, You Season 4 is expected to be available sometime mid to late 2022. Chace Crawford's reaction. Joe Humphreys was a well-liked character on Gossip Girl, and although he wasn't perfect, he was one of the least dramatic of the bunch. Producers made the controversial decision to write him in as the notorious Gossip Girl in the final season. The writing was widely considered lazy and an afterthought. For most, it was a disappointing ending to the highly popular six-season show. Most of the cast from the original series were excited to learn of the reboot, although it surely was a sign of the times. Chace Crawford, who played Nate Archibald on Gossip Girl, said that when I heard about it, it just made me feel old. I think they're smart to keep it going. When asked if he would ever be willing to make a cameo appearance, he had the idea of possibly coming back as a parental figure of some sort, although he really isn't that old. Will there be any chance of Leighton Meester returning? Leighton Meester, who played the iconic Blair Waldorf, has been asked repeatedly in interviews if she would be joining the cast for a cameo appearance. Her character completely embodies Upper East Sideness and would add the perfect amount of nostalgia to the series. She has stated that she is yet to be approached by the show's producers, but she would be open to the idea if ever they did write in a role for her. She hasn't made any appearances in film or television since 2019, but is said to be making a comeback in Netflix's new thriller, The Weekend Away. The film has started the early phases of production in June 2021, so we should expect some news or a teaser soon. Although she holds multiple Teen Choice Awards, Meester is now a mom to 2 kids and undoubtedly has her hands full with the little ones. Her projects have evolved significantly from the early stages of her career, and she's been more selective in recent years about which projects she wants to take part in. Blake Lively updates. Meester isn't the only one whose taste in projects has evolved over the years. Blake Lively, who has 3 daughters with Ryan Reynolds, has received critical acclaim for her role in the 2020 action thriller The Rhythm Section. She stars alongside Jude Law, who is currently working on the next Fantastic Beasts movie. She was nominated for a Critics' Choice Super Award for her performance in The Rhythm Section. She also won a People's Choice Award for the 2016 survival horror The Shallows. Her career is taking an interesting turn as she made her directorial debut this year, collaborating with Taylor Swift. Lively directed Swift's music video for I Bet That You Think About Me featuring Chris Stapleton. The video is very Swift-like, with her running around at a wedding, being a bad example to children, and being gross with cake. It's slightly confusing, but the music video certainly doesn't lack style. Gossip Girl was one of the most popular shows on television in its heyday. For some, it was more of a guilty pleasure than anything. Many of us, however, have fond memories of catching the latest episode of Gossip Girl while at a sleepover with our friends. Have you seen the new series? How does it hold up compared to the first? Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.